Hey, what's up guys? So this is kind of a follow-up video on the video I just kind of uploaded, which was talking about how Shockmaster, it wins. So I'm playing against this Dark World player, and he goes for first turn, and that's when you know the Dark World player just doesn't have the draw power cards. Sometimes you'll see them setting one of these just so they can, use gates. But his hand's not that bad. I mean, he's got first turn tour guide. I think he has Mind Crush too. And this is the funniest thing. Oh wait, hold on. Not yet, not yet. Wait for it. Okay. This is the thing. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, he Mind Crushes, right? He actually Mind Crushed, and he called Machina Fortress, and I was like, what are you doing? Why would you call Fortress? I've already searched out Fortress. And it's fine though. He gets lucky because it's a random card, and he gets to discard one of the Dark Worlds. I'm like, it's fine. I can make Shockmaster, and this was one of the situations where I had two options with Shockmaster. I could either call, monster effects or spells, and they would be kind of effective. Now this is one problem with Dark World, and he kind of sacks me a little bit, you'll see in a moment, but I was really afraid of a Morphing Jar right here, so I ended up calling monster effects, because like I said guys, I was really afraid of Morphing Jar. Zenmain's effect is a continuous one, and this only stops them from activating. So yeah, Zenmain's effect is continuous. So I had a set Lance, and I set Dark Hold because, like I said guys, I was afraid of a Morphing Jar earlier. So I don't know, and I don't like to get this card dragged down, so I always end up setting it, that's why. But he ends up Dark Holing me, and I was like, no, not Dark Hole. That was like his one out to Shockmaster, right? And I was like, well, it's fine, I'll put myself at 1500. He'll have to point for point himself with the Zenmains if he does, and he'll be left with just two cards. He ends up going for Drag Down, goes for another field spell, activates it, which, he needs to because there's nothing he can do under Shockmaster. He should have actually point for pointed, but then, I mean, look at his hand. I don't know if that was necessarily the best idea. That's why I felt like Lancing was not that bad of an idea, because it would force him to point for point. And, it just works. It's fantastic. So, I end up going for another Fortress, and then I'm like, no more monster effects. Now that I've used my monster effects, you can't have them. And then, it's still not bad. Like, having the ability to just call monster effects, because the Dark World monster's effects activate in the grade anyway, so it still kind of hurts them, but calling spells is definitely much more effective. It's just, like I said, I was afraid of that face-down Morphing Jar. So I actually have another replay for you guys that we'll go to. And here we are with the other video of showing why Shockmaster is amazing. So I ended up playing against this Exodia player, and he goes Exodia, and I'm like, oh, that's so lame, because who gets to go first in Yu-Gi-Oh? Always has superior advantage. So I was like, it's fine, don't worry, I'll just play you again. So I matched up with him again. I was so stoked because this is my hand and I'm going first. So I'm like, oh, it's cool, guess what guys? Shockmaster. And you know what happens? I call spells. And you know what happens? I like how he waits. And he goes, oh, I can't do anything. So yeah, this was just more so a follow-up video on, I mean, regardless if he was playing Spellbooks and Elemental Dragons, this card, it wins games. I wish I recorded this video before and just uploaded them together, but yeah, so Shockmaster, it wins games against so many decks, like I said, whether it's first turn or, slightly, into the game, it's always, always superior first turn. It has full control over the game. And yeah, it was just a follow-up video that I thought I'd share with you guys, because, I love matching up against Exodia players and playing them again, because whenever I lose to Exodia players, this is what I used to do all the time. I would get salty, anyone that loses to Exodia, you get a little bit upset because you're like, oh, I didn't get to even play because, Exodia gonna be Exodia, right? But I would always go and play Exodia, and then I hope I would go first. If I went second, I would just quit. But yeah, it was just the thing I used to do. But now it's even better because I can just make Shockmaster and they can't even play, because even if I go first playing Exodia, sometimes, I don't have the heart of the cards like, my opponent did last game. But it's fine. Shockmaster says no to everything. Maybe he could have set the arm, and then I'd make Crimson Blader and attack over it, and then he couldn't special summon level 5 or higher. But yeah, that said, this is just kind of more so a follow-up video on, Shockmaster absolutely destroying some of the decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Regardless of what he was playing, even though his deck is not like a tier 1 deck, if it was Spellbooks, he would have lost anyways. But anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Asian Eyes signing out.